Hey, good morning, everybody. Sarasota Tim coming to you from the CC Rider. And make sure you notice, hang on a second, I'll give you a better view. I'm on Market Street, and if you can see out my window, there's a Walgreens, so you can make a landmark. There it is. There's the Walgreens right over there on my left. And as you can see, I'm heading in a south direction. Hang on a minute. He might change his direction. Yep, there he goes. He's actually going true south now on Market. And if you pay attention to some landmarks out the window, you'll be able to pick up where I'm going to be next. If you can't see it, I'll help you out. I'll let you know. How's it going, everybody? You 111,614 beautiful souls out there. Thanks for joining Morning Chat. So I spent the night over here at my friend's, and I'm heading over to LA Fitness this morning. I'm going to do a morning chat here for you guys. We're going to talk about some things. It's going to rain today. And I was talking to somebody last night up in Tennessee that got his heater going, is preparing for a winter storm. Oh, look, wait a minute. He's turning, what is it? It's westbound. He's turning westbound on University Parkway. He's heading west. If you look for some landmarks out the window, you verify that. There's a Ideal Image. Here's a Lakewood Ranch Dental. Here's a sign. Here's a 75 freeway. We got him. We know where he's at. Yep. Anyway, supposed to rain, but I was talking to my buddy in Tennessee. He's got winter snow coming in and freezing temperatures. As many of you listening to me right now are probably dealing with that. You can tell I got dew on the back window. It must be that time of day. Oh yeah, that's I'm exposing myself. There's nowhere to hide. Well, anyway, I'm turning the air conditioning on last night. I got the air conditioning on right now. And it's supposed to rain today. And that came out of nowhere. We're so used to being a mile from the sun in the Sunshine State with nothing but short pants, flip-flops, tennis shoes, and T-shirts that it's just hard to even fathom, it's going to rain. We do get rain, but not this time of year. It's going to come in and go real quick. I think some cooler air is coming through that's going to require maybe a sweater. It might get down into the 60s at night. But I think it's going to be about 75 or so today. But, man, I just couldn't do it. I just could not live in any kind of cold weather. Now, that isn't true because I did live for a dozen years in Atlanta. But guess where I was at? About 3 times a month. Over in Boynton Beach, Florida. I would come down either in my little sports car I bought, or I'd ride my Harley. I had a Honda Goldwing motorcycle. I'd ride that down. And I'd stay at my friend's house. For the last 40 years, I've been knowing them. So I've been in Florida most of my life. Went to high school over in Palm Beach County. And I'm a Florida boy. But do I like traveling? Yeah, the other day when I mentioned I can live anywhere I want with a camper, it's true. Absolutely true. In fact, it's kind of cold right now. I've got the AC up to 76 because the outside temperature is 72. A little chilly in here with the AC on. I'm going to go over to LA Fitness. I'm turning right on Cooper Creek Boulevard, and I'm heading in a northerly direction. If you look out the window, there you go. You can see something. There you go. You got it. There it is. Snapshot. Freeze frame. Remember Jay Giles, freeze frame? So, I'm such a popular guy. It's like the paparazzi. I see the paparazzi. They're behind me. They're following me. Oh yeah. I got to give them the, what do you call it? When you lose somebody, you got to give them the, let them come. Let them enjoy themselves. They that interested? Hey, go for it. All right, here we go around a roundabout. I'm going through a roundabout. Now I'm turning into LA Fitness. Here I am. I'm in LA Fitness. He's there. He's there. That's the end of his journey. Anyway, let's talk about living your life. You know, some people don't know how to live their life. They just want to obsess with someone else's. Let me see. I got a little spot right here. I like right in front of this camera in this window where people can see me on camera. I think they got these cameras. You can go online. It's live, and you can see me get out of my car. They got them down there in Key West. Look for it. Look for the live camera. And wait till I get out and come out. There he is. All right. That's enough of that. I promise not to say it anymore. I know that was weird. But anyway, they're weird. Folks, when it comes to living your life, there's been so many people lately telling me about friends they're losing and new health issues coming about with them and things they've already been battling that are getting worse. You know, forget the accidents. Forget about getting run over by a bus. Life is short. And this eye thing I've got, and I'm going to go get in about a week. The date's coming up. I'm going to an image center because of my high cholesterol or elevated. Rather than guessing and doing the blood work, the true, test is to see through CT scan, like your arteries and all. So I'm going to go get that checked out. If you had something like that done, do you want to know? Do you want to get a report back that you're, got plaque and you're blocked up and, it's damming up on you in there, and anytime, the old widowmaker or something can happen? The more cognizant you are, or the more you find out, I think, that you truly have something to worry about, high blood pressure, diabetes, clogged arteries and things, I think the more it really hits you that you got to do a proper diet, whether it be carnivore, keto, just eating healthy, whatever one you decide that you believe in, whether plant-based food is okay or not, meat only. I'm tired of all that. I'm going to eat the best I can of low calorie, low carb, get plenty of exercise, and get nutrition. All these opinions and people have, and these fad diets. I did lose a lot of weight with the Atkins diet one time, where it's just the meat. So the carnivore has to be a true weight loss thing, and all the things they speculate, all the things they talk about, that other diseases go away, it cures this and that because you're not eating. And some of the most unhealthy things are bagged salads and all this stuff sounds crazy enough to be true today. I mean, all the things they spray on the vegetables to grow them, and a lot of the meats with the hormones and all that, they're definitely poisoning us. We are definitely eating things that our palate has become used to. We just don't care. It tastes good to us, but you don't know what you're eating. All these dyes and stuff we feed our children. I was talking about that yesterday with someone else, about young kids being fed all of these things because they like them, or there's cartoon pictures on the packaging, and they're eating and consuming not just the sugars and all these terrible things that are in there, but like the dyes and stuff that can give you cancer. There are so many things. And, maybe at this point in our life, you've done it for so many years, it might even be just, I don't know if I would say too late, because you could always stop, smoking and drinking and doing things that are certainly bad for your health. But sometimes people do that. They go on a health kick at some point in their life. It could even be only 30s and 40-year-old. They could be 50s and 60s or later, and then still, get cancer or different things because of all the stuff they've already done. So life is nothing but a gamble. Well, so with all that being said, then why not this be a good idea? Why not first be a believer in God? Secondly, definitely do your due diligence and research what foods, if they're organic or whatever, are good for you, and eat the ones that you can afford, because I know a lot of this stuff can be above someone's financial means, to eat like that. And 3, be active. Get the exercise, even if you just get out and walk a little bit each day, a little bit more. And then all the things that aren't really, and forgive the sunglasses, folks. I ended one eye drop today. I'm off of as of today. I did it this morning, and that one stops. Maybe my eye will start getting clearer. But so I have to wear these glasses, and it's a cloudy day. Why not also integrate in your life some of the things that people don't talk about that are really the most important? And you know what that is? That's less stress. How do you become less stress? Well, you stop listening to people, reading certain things, and watching certain things. You stop thinking a certain way. You start thinking a different way. You start thinking happy, joy, give compliments to people, talk to people, look at people in the eye, give people a call sometimes rather than texting. Let somebody go around you when we drive. That's one of the most highly stressful situations, to get in your car every day and face these people that are just so rude the way they drive. Just put your signal on and let them go around, because they're just going to roll up on somebody else. It's not you personally. So you don't need to, start throwing middle fingers and getting your blood pressure going. Just let that moron go. You meet somebody in line or whatever, and they're not being kind or whatever. You meet any unkind person, let it be like water off a duck's back. Just let it go. I was watching The 5 last night on Fox News because, again, I'm very interested in what the president is doing and Elon Musk in our country. And, they were asking Harold Ford, who is a Democrat on the show, who I happen to like. Because, what's his name? Greg said, how is it that you, when we talk on this show and you hear things, that you respond in a very calm way, and you don't get up and scream and all that kind of thing and lose your mind like these people with derangement syndrome? And he says, well, I just try not to be that way with everything in life. It isn't an act. That's just his way. And it's the way he thinks to be. Maybe he wasn't always that way, as he called it, hysterical. He said, I try not to get hysterical with anything. And when people act with reason, you get a lot more bees with honey. I heard Elon Musk put it brilliantly in the interview with Donald Trump with Sean Hannity. He says, I was at a birthday party recently, and I just mentioned Donald Trump's name, and this was before he won the election a few months ago, and this person acted like, the way he described it was perfect. It was like he got a dart in his neck, and he just started going berserk. He was like, I mean, you just the mention of the man's name. Now, if you react that way to road rage or to politics or to me or to them or to anything, think about it. You are out of control. If you could only have a video of you and you see yourself. And I'm embarrassed how I am sometimes. We all can be. But we can learn. We can always try to do better, right? I've mentioned this before in other videos, since I've been in sales all my life. I read books, and I've always been I've took classes, I've been in seminars, I've paid for these, some were free, on self-improvement, how to win friends and influence people, how to communicate, how to get your way with people, whether it be selling them or just being, communicating. just in anything. It's just better than to be opinionated and loud and mouthy and, negative and horrible, which so many people are. And we see it here on YouTube. We see it in the media. We see it when we go out in public, where people are just, how did they get this far in life? They must be living a very miserable life where each day, you meet the Karens, right? And the male Karens and these hall monitors at HOAs and all these people that want to puff their chest up and bow up on you because they give it a little authority, bad cops, terrible politicians. And here's another thing while I'm speaking about the politics is I heard yesterday, I think it was on the 5, that the Democrats, not the Democrat people, folks. If you're a Democrat, I'm a Democrat at heart. I was raised as one. My family was one. But they hijacked the party. These communist people that are in the government that call themselves Democrat, those aren't Democrats. Anyway, Jesse Waters or someone said on the 5 that these Democrats are reacting right now with Elon Musk doing what he's doing by dismantling this government and getting rid of fraud and wasteful spending, which everybody should be for. They act like it's their government. They act like it's their money. They really do. And that's really how they think. They think that all this money they're stealing and fraudulently spending and getting kickbacks on is their money. Your tax dollars, they think they own it. They have totally lost their minds and what they're there for. And so I saw a soundbite this morning where I haven't seen the whole show. It was on last night at 9 o'clock, another interview with our president and Elon Musk. And Elon Musk was saying, other presidents, President Trump, he signs these executive orders and they never get implemented. And all these previous presidents would sign executive orders, except for the Biden administration, where they definitely want to do it because they were the Democrats. But most of them in the past, they don't want to do it. They don't implement it. So he was elected by democracy, not what did he say? That we have a big bureaucracy. And he makes these executive orders and the bureaucrats, refuse to act on it. And so this third party, Elon Musk and his genius people he has working for him, are actually implementing what the chief executive officer that was elected by the people to do what the people wanted him to do, calling it what it is, a democracy, not a bureaucracy. So when these people lose their minds or saying things, you just kind of wonder, like we were just talking about a few moments ago in this video. Why do they act that way? Why are they doing that? Where is their common sense? Why aren't they acting normal? Why is the world so weird? Yeah. You listen to people that are normal or with common sense and you hear it. You know it, right? I would think most people do. I'm a person that's normal and has common sense. But then you see the other things on the news, and then you watch these crazies out there in YouTube that act like they're, I don't know, weird. Really, really weird. And for what? They forgot their life. They don't have a life. They want, I don't know what it is. Anyway, I digress. But this morning's video was really, and I'm thinking about an evening chat tonight. I was talking with someone about the old days. I know we like talking about the old days because of my demographics. And I'm going to get on something, I think, tonight that will be fun. And it does, you can't help from remember how things when they were normal or what we did and how we enjoyed it, because we didn't have all the noise. We didn't have all this technology. I don't want to sound like a prude that, I'm not for, technology. And I'm not for some of it because it's hurting our country. And this AI really worries me to death. that's going to be really coming on strong. That's like the internet like we've never seen. And it's being used now. But the old days, I like thinking about it because I was talking to my friend and we're the same age and we're always talking about, remember this or remember that. And I say to myself, that'd be a good video because we're always saying that. Because it's such a contrast today on certain things where you see this or this happens or you go in somewhere or you watch something and you see where, oh, you remember when it was different and it used to be like this. We didn't have to do that. And so, without getting into it right now, we'll talk about it. And some of those products that we don't see anymore. That's kind of mainly what I was really wanting to get on when I make the video, was some of these products that we don't see anymore. But I do need to go on here to LA Fitness and get my pump on. I'm done, like I say, with the one eye drop. What was it I'll make a video on the pricing of the Tesla, of how it goes. It's really, you just do it yourself. I mean, they take all that negotiating out of it, and I kind of don't like that. I think that, I think people are just used to, I don't know who likes just laying down for, that's it. CarMax, they started that idea too, right? That's the price, no hassle, and we put the best price. But what they offer me for my car I'm driving and what they're going to sell it for, that's a pretty big profit margin. And so for just to lay down when you can go and buy the same car somewhere else where you can negotiate, I see is still a better way to go. Even though you have to go through that, it's not that bad, especially if you know what you're talking about. But yeah, I don't know if I like all that, like going into a store and, you can't negotiate. That's the price. Now, in that case, they do work on a very narrow profit margin because they're selling hundreds or millions of these things. But, there's stores that do price match, right? That's true. Grocery stores, everything. I forgot about that. If you're a smart shopper, you can literally price match. Walmart to Publix, or Winn-Dixie to Publix, or, Vons or Alpha Beta or Kroger, all these different stores around the country, the ones you might have. And like when I bought my firearm at Academy, they price match Sportsman's Warehouse. So you just got to do your work. The only thing I see Tesla doing is they do have a lot of these demos. They don't run very many miles on them, and then they drop the price a little bit. And that's fine, something. So you can do that. But it's really weird when you go into the showroom over there, it's just a couple of people, maybe three. They put you out in the car by yourself. They don't ever go with you. And I know why they do it. They want you to be able to talk among yourselves, if you got your wife or husband. And that's really what sells the car. It's all about that power, that electric and no sound and the zippiness. And if you have that full autopilot thing, that's another thing they want you to always try. And with that, they get the emotions going so much. And then when you come back, they try to make it like, look, we're not typical salespeople. We got no fancy general manager or sales manager's office over here in the corner where we go. We talk to you and then we go talk to him, and we whisper and conspire in this soundproof room or back in the back where you don't know where I go. I mean, that's what they do. But still, the negotiating thing is, in my opinion, better. This whole thing where this is the price, there's a lot of profit there. Because if you just look at what that car is going to be worth in 3 years, like any of them, 50 to only 65% of what the sticker was, then you want to get that sticker down as low as you can to take the least amount of loss if you plan on trading again, which most people do. All this stuff about keep a car till the wheels fall off, I don't know how many people do that today, because the cars are too influential, and technology and changes and new colors. People just get all caught up in wanting to keep up with the Joneses. And with leasing and all these things too to make it a lot more affordable. I mean, that's why people are riding around these $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 cars. They're leasing. They did not pay cash. If they did, that's stupid, like what I did. Or they're not financing because it's based on the whole price, and that would be extremely expensive, but more affordable than because they don't have the money to pay cash. So leasing is very, very popular for people that buy Mercedes, Porsche, BMWs, and the like, because Teslas, Lexus, all those cars, a lot of people lease. But you know what? They take all the fun out of it when you can't drive the darn car. 10,000 miles a year, and a lot of people don't really drive that much. That's true. They're a perfect candidate. Go for it. But truthfully, I think most people drive a lot more. I mean, that's why when you see these cars for sale again online or on Craigslist or Facebook, they got some miles on them. Some people have to commute a long way to work. That's why they buy a gas zipper. They run from here to, 30, 40 miles to work, 20 miles of work. They're adding up the miles, or they travel. So anyway, it's so many variables involved. But I do not like, this is it, take it or leave it. And then, I know I'm going on another tangent about the pricing of the Tesla. They make the car come at one price, and they put the worst looking wheels, in my opinion, on it. They give you the worst color that's at no charge on it. And then they have all these other pretty colors that you got to pay for. Now, most car manufacturers don't charge you for white, black, and blue unless it's a pearl coat or something special. And then they do. They are charging nowadays. They used to not. And then the interior comes with a trim package, the whole thing. But if you just want a different color interior on a Tesla, other than black, it's more money. And the wheels are more money. And the paint is more money. And so boom, 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 right away, that price goes up. And the price they charge for those things are pretty high. And then a big charging cable. And then what you got to do at home so you can plug it in. And then possibly pay an electrician. And then they don't offer 0.9 or 1.9. I think they did at one time on leasing or something. I think buying right now or whatever it is, it's 5.9. Yeah, buying 6%. That's no bargain. And so, and to go in and pay cash for it and to avoid all those charges and get the $2,500 you can get in addition to the $7,500 from a Tesla customer, well, you get all that and you get the price down kind of low. But if you pay cash, like I did for my car, then as soon as you drive it off a lot, of course, your money just went from, you put it in one account, a box, and it comes out the other end about 80% less. 20% less. You got 80% of what you just, So you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, I suppose. But there's so many people that seem like they have more dollars than sense. And none of what I'm saying matters. They want what they want and they get what they want. They do them and we do us. Crush it.